Hello friend, tell me one thing. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of Linux? Let me guess. Open source and free, isn't it? Free from restrictive licenses, free to customize, free to modify, and free to share. But what if I told you that most Linux distributions are not as free as you think? The answer might surprise you, but that is the truth. According to GNU and Free Software Foundation, most of the popular Linux distributions do not make this cut. You name it: Arch, Debian, Fedora, Ubuntu, Linux Mint, OpenSUSE, Slackware, and so many others. But none of them qualify as a complete free and open source Linux distribution. Because, according to GNU and Free Software Foundation, when we talk about the free software, we are not just talking about free of cost. Here, free means freedom. Freedom of everything. Freedom of usage, freedom to modify, and freedom to share software without any restrictions. Now, if you are not familiar with the name GNU and the Free Software Foundation, then let me break it down for you real quick. The GNU project was launched in 1983 by Richard Stallman, with the goal of creating a completely free and open source operating system, and it eventually developed many key components including the GNU compiler collection, the GNU core utilities, and the GNU C library, which, when combined with the Linux kernel, which was separately created by Linus Torvalds, forms the now widely used GNU/Linux operating systems. Then, to further support his initial mission of software freedom, Richard Stallman also founded the Free Software Foundation in 1985. The Free Software Foundation is a non-profit organization that promotes free software and fights against proprietary restrictions, and it remains the main sponsor of the GNU project. Together, GNU and Free Software Foundation have played a crucial role in shaping the modern landscape of open computing. To avoid any confusion, the GNU project and the Free Software Foundation have set clear guidelines for what constitutes a truly free or libre operating system. And here I am briefly summarizing it for you in layman's terms. A free system distribution must be complete, self-hosting, and rely only on free tools and software. All practical use information, which include software, documentation, and fonts, must be provided in source form under a free license. The system must avoid steering users towards non-free software, exclude non-free firmware, and maintain functional integrity by removing such components when found. Trademarks and non-functional data are acceptable if they do not restrict copying, redistributing, or overall functionality. Documentation must avoid recommending non-free software, and patent concerns are generally disregarded. The distribution must have no DRM, backdoors, or spyware, and developers must commit to promptly fixing mistakes. Active maintenance, clear reporting channels for non-free software issues, and distinct naming to prevent confusion with non-free distributions are required. Lastly, distributions should promote software freedom, educate users about the use of free software, and avoid misleading terminologies as well. As a result of this strict guideline, many popular Linux distributions are not endorsed by GNU and Free Software Foundation because they fail to follow the free system distribution guidelines. Not only this, as per GNU project, almost all popular Linux distributions fail to follow the guidelines in at least two important ways. First, these distributions lack a clear policy to include only free software or remove non-free software when found, and even the few with policies are not strict enough. And second, the kernel that these distributions distribute, which is usually the Linux kernel, most of the time contains proprietary and closed source firmware. Now many of you will find this set of guidelines to be extreme, because for you, who is an ordinary user, convenience is the most important thing. You want your Wi-Fi and graphic card to work out of the box. You want support for your hardware, which is also not wrong in any way. But according to GNU and the Free Software Foundation, when a Linux distribution includes non-free software, it creates two major problems. Number one, it encourages non-free software use. Because if non-free software are included, users are more likely to use it without questioning its impact on their freedom. Number two, it misleads the community. It shifts the focus from freedom to convenience and sometimes compromise. According to GNU and the Free Software Foundation, non-free distributions often present their inclusion of non-free software as a feature, undermining efforts to prioritize software freedom. And that is not just bad for an individual user, it is bad for the entire free software movement, and most importantly, optionally free is not free at all. Distros that let users choose only free software are better than those who do not, because most people do not realize the importance of avoiding non-free software and might not pick the free one as their first option. However, GNU and Free Software Foundation also added an important point at the end. They added that the distros with non-free software can be recommended privately to experienced users who usually support free and open source software. But openly they will only endorse the distro that completely avoid including or suggesting non-free software to ensure that users are not unintentionally led to installing or using them. The GNU project and the Free Software Foundation are not saying that you should not use your favorite distro, but they want you to understand the trade-offs and make an informed choice. For them, it's critical that people choose a distribution that not only values convenience but also upholds the core principles of freedom, because a truly free operating system always ensures that users are not unknowingly compromising their freedom for short-term ease. So now, after all this information, you might wonder, if mainstream distros do not fully respect these values, then which one can I trust? If that is what you are wondering, then do not worry. The GNU project and the Free Software Foundation have also compiled a list of fully free distributions that meet their strict standard. The GNU Foundation has listed 8 distributions that can be used for PCs and workstations, but after some research and testing, I have narrowed it down to just 5. I have omitted 3 distributions, namely Otutu, Dynebolic, and Dragora GNU/Linux Libre. I omitted them because, firstly, Otutu is a discontinued distribution, with its latest update received way back in February 2017, which is very unfortunate because Otutu was the first fully free GNU/Linux system recognized by the GNU project. Then, second one, Dynebolic, is removed because it is a static distro, meaning it will not receive any security updates and therefore it is recommended only to run from a live CD. And finally, Dragora GNU/Linux Libre. I excluded it because it is simply impossible to install. No matter how many times I tried on different physical machines, virtual machines, using both GUI and manual installation, but I could not get it to work. Unfortunately, the official website also do not have any detailed written instruction for the installation process. And even the screenshot-based guide which I found on their website did not help much. Therefore, I have decided to focus on the remaining 5 distros from the list. So without further ado, let's start with the first one. The first completely free distro in our list is Geek System. Geeks is an interesting GNU/Linux distribution that stands out for its unique combination of a fully fledged operating system and a powerful package manager. Built entirely with the Gale scheme programming language, Geeks offers an advanced, hackable, and highly customizable environment that appeals to developers and power users. At the heart of Geeks, it is its revolutionary package manager, which brings cutting-edge features such as transactional upgrades, rollbacks, and reproducible build environments. Unlike traditional package managers, Guix allows for user-level package management without requiring root permission. This means you can install, upgrade, or remove software entirely within your user space, making it a great choice for those who want granular control over their system. One of the key benefits of Guix is its focus on freedom and transparency, resulting in its commitment of free software also extending to Guix package definition, which are reproducible, allowing users to verify that what they receive is identical to what was built. Guix's design also avoids the traditional file system hierarchy standard, instead relying on symlinks and a store to manage software installation. As a result, this architecture enables the simultaneous use of multiple versions of package without conflicts, while also allowing for easy rollbacks to previous configurations. You can even have multiple isolated environments or profiles for different versions of software or specific projects. However, Guix is not without its challenges. The learning curve is steep due to its unconventional approach and its focus on scheme, which may not be familiar to all users. But despite these hurdles, Guix remains an excellent choice for those who value freedom, control, and flexibility. Its advanced features like stateless configuration, package transformation, and the ability to maintain a system entirely through declarative configuration files make it an ideal platform for both developers and users who want a fully customizable, reproducible, and hackable Linux experience. The second distro in our list is Hyperbola GNU/Linux Libre, which is a unique community-driven operating system that prioritizes freedom, privacy, and security. Built from scratch, it combines the package management system of Arch Linux with Debian's security patching while strictly adhering to the GNU Free System Distribution guidelines. At its core, Hyperbola features the Linux Libre kernel, a version of Linux completely free from any proprietary garbage. Hyperbola is designed for those who value software freedom. Hyperbola offers a minimal, long-term support distribution that follows the KISS philosophy. Unlike Arch Linux, which follows a rolling release model, Hyperbola provides fixed release based on Arch's snapshots, ensuring stability while incorporating essential security updates. And instead of systemd, Hyperbola opts for OpenRC, aligning with its goal of simplicity. Hyperbola offers support for both 32 and 64-bit architecture, making it an excellent choice for users who want to revive older hardware without sacrificing modern security practices. Installation process is similar to Arch Linux's hand-on approach, meaning users has to follow an online installation guide. Like Arch, the base system is intentionally minimal, providing only essential GNU command line tools and leaving users free to install their preferred applications via the Pacman package manager. And unlike traditional Linux distribution, Hyperbola does not include the common known desktop environments like GNOME, KDE, XFC, Mate, etc. Instead, they offer several window managers and Lumina Desktop as a working desktop environment. Hyperbola is ideal for users who value digital sovereignty and are willing to trade convenience for complete control over their computing environment. Its unconventional approach, like blending Arch's customization with Debian security, makes Hyperbola a fascinating choice for free software advocates, minimalists, and privacy-conscious users. Now, upon moving on to our third distro, we get Parabola GNU/Linux Libre, a distribution that exemplifies the principle of software freedom, offering a completely Libre alternative to mainstream Linux distributions. Built upon the foundation of Arch Linux, Parabola retains the flexibility, rolling release model, and simplicity of Arch while strictly adhering to the GNU's free system distribution guidelines. Meaning, Parabola replaces all non-free software found in Arch Linux with Libre alternatives and ensure that all packages adhere to strict licensing standard. Parabola is compatible with Arch Linux and share its robust Pacman package management system. This allows users to access a vast repository of free software while maintaining a rolling release model, which provides the latest updates without the need for periodic reinstallation. However, unlike Arch, Parabola does not support the Arch user repository because it contains proprietary and non-free software. Instead, Parabola relies on its officially maintained repository that guarantees software freedom. Parabola also supports multiple architecture including ARM and 32 and 64-bit versions of the x86 architecture, making it versatile and suitable for various hardware configurations. Like Hyperbola, Parabola 2 follows the Arch Linux installation model, requiring users to manually configure their system through a command line interface and offering a minimalistic base system that allows them to install their preferred desktop environment and software packages. However, for those who prefer a more user-friendly setup, Parabola also provides experimental images with a graphical installer featuring the LXDE desktop environment, which I also used in this demonstration. While both Hyperbola and Parabola GNU/Libre require some technical expertise to set up and maintain, both of them provide a highly customizable and ethical computing experience, and their hands-on approach ensure that users will be able to build their system according to their own needs. Okay, the fourth distro we have is Triskel GNU/Linux, a free and open source Linux distribution that prioritizes user freedom by offering a completely Libre operating system. Built on Ubuntu, Triskel removes all proprietary software, including non-free firmwares, drivers, and applications. It adheres to the guidelines set by GNU, ensuring that users only have access to software that respects their freedom rights. Unlike other distros in the list, Triskel offers several editions to cater to different user needs. The standard edition, which comes with the Mate desktop environment, is a user-friendly option for general use. For those with older hardware, the Triskel Mini Edition features the lightweight LXDE desktop, ensuring compatibility with notebooks and low-resource systems. The Triskel Edition, featuring the KDE Plasma desktop, provides a more feature-rich environment for users who prefer a modern and versatile interface. Additionally, the Triskel Sugar Toast Edition is tailored for educational purpose, featuring a sugar learning environment designed for children. The latest version of Triskel continues the tradition of offering a clean, free software experience with an emphasis on security, stability, and user-friendliness. Released on July 2024, it is based on Ubuntu 22.04 LTS and includes long-term support, ensuring updates and security patches until 2027. The system includes the Linux Libre 5.15 kernel and has removed all proprietary components. In conclusion, Triskel GNU/Linux stands as a leading example of fully free operating system. Its commitment to privacy and user freedom, combined with its polished, lightweight environment, make it an ideal choice for those who seek a secure and ethical computing experience. And now the final distro in our list is PureOS. It is a Linux distribution created by Purism, a company dedicated to providing open-source, privacy-focused technology. Built as a rolling release distribution based on Debian's testing branch, PureOS offers a blend of cutting-edge privacy tools and a commitment to free software. It is designed to be fully auditable, ensuring that users can independently verify the security and privacy of their system. This makes it ideal for individuals or enterprises seeking to protect their digital life, as well as developers interested in robust open-source platform. One of the distinguishing features of PureOS is its focus on convergence, meaning that the same operating system runs seamlessly across different devices, from desktops to laptops and even smartphones. Purism's goal is to create a unified experience where apps and data work consistently, regardless of whether you are using a desktop or a mobile device. This vision is facilitated by PureOS's use of adaptive design principle, particularly through the GNOME desktop environment and the support for KDE Plasma Mobile on the Librem 5 smartphone. PureOS also prioritizes user privacy and security. By default, it encrypts your whole system, and with features like the inclusion of only free and open source software, making it a trusted choice for privacy-conscious users. The default browser, Pure Browser, is based on Mozilla Firefox and is tailored to increase security. Furthermore, PureOS integrates privacy-focused services such as DuckDuckGo as a default search engine, minimizing data collection by third parties. In summary, PureOS is an ambitious and privacy-respecting Linux distribution that aligns well with Purism's vision of freedom and security. Its focus on convergence and free software makes it an exciting choice for those looking to unify their computing experience across devices. All of these 5 mentioned distros are way more than just your regular operating system. They are truly a commitment to digital freedom, ensuring that every piece of software included are 100% free. Their developers strictly follow the free system distribution guidelines, which means they reject anything that compromises software freedom. Whether it is non-free application, programming platforms, drivers, firmwares, games, or even proprietary manuals and documentation. If any non-free software ever make their way in, then that is purely by mistake, and the developers are committed to removing it as soon as possible. However, this unwavering commitment of free software does come with some trade-offs as well. Without proprietary drivers and firmwares, users with certain hardwares, particularly wireless cards and proprietary graphic cards that rely on closed source code, may face compatibility challenges. Workarounds do exist, but they require extra effort. But for those who value digital autonomy, these distributions stand as a testament to the software freedom movement. These distros are a bold and principled choice, best suited for those who prioritize ethical computing over convenience. By eliminating all non-free components, they ensure a fully customized and optimized system, free from any proprietary control. While they might seem daunting for newcomers, but they offer one of the most reliable, polished, and user-friendly experience in the world of fully free computing. They set the gold standard of software freedom, designed not just to function but to embody the philosophy of user empowerment. So, there you have it. From now onwards, I admit that not all Linux distributions are created equal. While some may include non-free components, others are truly free and respect the user's freedom. What do you think? Does this change how you view your favorite Linux distro? Would you consider exploring a fully free alternative? Or do you think convenience outweighs freedom? Let me know your thought in the comments, and do not forget to check out the links in the description for more information on the GNU project and the Free Software Foundation. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe for more insightful content. I will see you in the next one. Until then, remember, freedom always starts with awareness.